Hey everybody, got another Bible review for you guys today. This is a Holman Christian Standard Bible, large print, personal size reference Bible. And it's in the saddle brown Leathertouch cover, which is imitation leather. And it's really, really nice, guys. It's really, really nice. This is one that I'm going to be rebinding for a friend of mine. And really, the reason I'm rebinding it is because this particular Bible only comes in a Leathertouch cover. There is no genuine leather or premium leather option for this Bible, which is kind of a shame, but good thing we have guys that know how to rebind. So anyway, so this Bible, let's look at the spine. You can see it's really simple, no raised ribs. No really deep imprinting, no Holman, just really simple in the center, Holy Bible, Christian Standard Bible, just right in that center of the three-piece. So, and you can see the perimeter stitching. This cover would hold up a good little while. The newer Leathertouch imitation leathers have been performing really well. So, it's a paste down, obviously, with the imitation leather. You'll have a paper paste down, and it's just really, it's kind of a, I think these things retail for about $30, and you can get them for, let's see, you can purchase this one for $21 on Christian Book right now. So it's really a good deal, really a good deal, and really a good deal. So let's get into it, and I'll show you what kind of deal you can get right here. Now the hinge, one thing that's kind of unnerving is, and this will go away whenever I rebind it, this hinge is really tight. You see how tight it is? It doesn't want to open. That's because of the way they've bound this. It's so tight. It's almost like they bound it together like this. When most of the time when you put a cover on, you put it like this with the cover down flat. This one was obviously put together not like that, maybe flipped over. So whenever all the glue dries and whatnot, it stays, that hinge stays really tight. So that'll go away whenever I cut the cover off and put a new cover on it. So you can see the nice little end sheet. You got a presentation page with a verse from Revelation, and then you have your title page, and then your publication page on the back of the title page. Here are all the Leathertouch editions and the ISBNs. This one is the fourth from the bottom, the saddle brown Leathertouch. It's non-indexed. You can see right here it's the first printing from 2017, printed in China by R.R. Donnelly. And it's really, really nicely done. Really nicely done. Right above the ISBNs, you can see that the CSB uses a 2K Denmark font called Bible Serif, which is very, very similar to the Skylar. And I'll pull out the PSQ to compare, because the PSQ is a personal size as well. Now, granted, this is a large print personal size, so the print's a little bit bigger in this one. But it's very similar to the PSQ as far as the layout and, just the way it looks. You can see at the top, CSB large print personal size reference Bible. And you have some of the Holman information there. Then you have your books of the Bible contents. And then you have an introduction to the CSB, which is really cool. And it's growing on me. The CSB, my primary is still ESV and NASB, but the CSB has really grown on me since the revision from the HCSB. So I'm enjoying it. After the introduction, we get to the Old Testament, and I'll just go ahead and just flip into Genesis, try to get this thing to lay flat, and we'll talk about the layout. So we have a double column. I'm going in some more so it'll lay flat. Now, granted, once I rebind this, it'll lay way flatter. It does have a little curl on the edges. That's mostly from, this is the first time it's really been opened, and the gilding tends to want to stick these pages together. That'll go away with time. So anyway, this is a 10-point font. It's really nice, really readable. It's a line matched. It has some ghosting, but I love this font, and the way with the line matching, the ghosting really doesn't bother me that much. You can see the references are at the end of the verses, and like over here you'll have them there. You'll have the where, like in the Scarlet. Let me get the PSQ out so you can see the comparison. Here's the PSQ. It's going to have a very similar font, and the PSQ is an 8-point font, or an 8.5-point font, and you can see how, what we're in, 2 Chronicles. There we go, 2 Chronicles 30. We'll just do a apples to apples kind of comparison, and check it out. So here we're in about the same section of scripture, and you can see that the CSB is a good bit bigger font, but the font looks so similar, so similar. The layout's very similar. With you have the heading. There are no chapter introductions, but you do have a heading. Now the PSQ is going to have art gilding, and you're going to have the red numbers for the chapters, all those things that a premium Bible, would set itself apart. But just wanted to kind of show you how similar these are in layout. Now, granted, the PSQ is going to have the references all at the bottom, with the scriptural notes at the bottom of the column, and the CSB has the scriptural notes here and the references throughout the text. So it's not a ton difference. This one was printed in China. This is printed by Youngblood. You can see the color of the pages is a little different. The Youngblood paper is a little whiter, has a little less ghosting than the CSB, but for $20 versus 100 and something, the paper is still pretty good in this CSB. We'll put away the PSQ. I just wanted to use that to kind of show you a comparison. Obviously, it's a sewn binding, and comes with one ribbon. Now, granted, this one's going to all that's going to be replaced. It's going to have more ribbons, or 2 ribbons. Then we're planning on going with 2 gold ribbons, and it's going to have a new cover, so it's going to lay much flatter than this right now. Let's see. We have this is a red letter text. Let's get to the back where we can see the words of Christ. Here's a good red to black comparison. It's a nice, like a cherry red, or like a darker cherry red. It's a really nice red letter. I can't stand a pink red letter. You can also see where it's bolded, where it's bold, where they're quoting a different section of scripture. It's a darker red, that's the actual red I like, that dark red. But, I'm just nitpicking at this point. So, anyway, we'll get to the back. You see the text layout, 10-point font. The margins are small because it's a large print personal size. But after you get through Revelation, there's a really cool little page. It's one page. Let me get to it. And it's a cool little addition. Now, there's not a word-for-word concordance in here. There's a topical concordance, which is pretty cool. But there's also another little addition. There's Revelation 22, so we're about over it. Where to turn. This is a pretty cool little index. When you're blue, when tempted to do wrong, when you face physical danger, it just gives you some good scriptural where to turn to. It's really neat. That's a neat little addition in here. And like I said, you don't have a word for word. And here's your weights and measures. You don't have a word for word concordance, but you have a topical concordance, which is pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Once you get through the topical concordance, you get to the Bible maps, and the Bible maps are on a cardstock that's a little thicker than the Bible paper, but it's not a glossy cardstock. And I really like these maps. There's a lot of good color, and you can write on them, you can draw on them. The glossy cardstock, you can't write or draw on them without them smearing. So it's just really nice to see these. That's really a great thing, those maps being on Bible paper. And then you have your end sheet and the back cover, and then here's the back of it too. So really it's a good addition, awesome for rebinding. The paper's pretty good. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this rebind turns out. I'm tempted to get one myself. I've got the ultra thin CSB. I want to get the large print ultra thin CSB, and then a large print personal size CSB. Those have been the most impressive to me. So I really like it. Please give it a shot for $20. It's just a really good addition for $20. Check it out on christianbook.com, and let me be the first to congratulate you on buying one. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget the giveaway Bible for December is a Systematic Theology Study Bible. And thank you again for watching. And subscribe, like videos, and all those good things. And God bless.